Hello friends, why are special leave petitions toughest litigation form of litigation in the country? Because there are hardly 15 courts in the Supreme Court of India, wherein like 30 judges, that is the full strength of the Supreme Court, sit in these 15 courts, and moreover they'll be shuttling between the constitutional benches, which will call for a strength of minimum 3 to 5 or 7, 11, so on. So the total number of high courts in the country are around 25. There are 1,000 sitting judges in the entire country in the high courts. So they will be dismissing hundreds and thousands of petitions per day. So ultimately, lakhs of petitions will be dismissed and they will eventually end up in the Supreme Court. So it will make the life of the Honorable Supreme Court judges miserable if they keep on listening to all these silly matters. I'm sorry, but it is what happens. They will be giving their entire concentration and focus only on the matters of national interest. So you must imagine that. Or else, if people who are convicted, who are on the death row, who are on the lifer, who are reeling under with life sentence, that is. So such kind of people can get little bit of due consideration from the Supreme Court. Or else, if there are any family disputes, divorce matters, these are the least interested domain for the Supreme Court. It will be more or less it's kind of time waste. So the Honorable Supreme Court will look into only the mistakes done by the High Court, whichever the order, impugned order, that is a challenge, the order which you are challenging. Whatever mistakes are there on the face of the record, only those will be taken into consideration pertaining to the question of law. So there is nothing beyond that. The only thing is there has to be a gross error apparent on face of record. So then only gross mistakes have to be there. Then only the Supreme Court will entertain your special leave petition or a writ petition, so on. So one must be very careful. So this is known as toughest form of litigation in the country, SLPs. 1 in 10,000 SLPs get through. And if you talk about the review petition, which is a petition which you can challenge the SLP, I can say only 1 in 1 lakh will go through, because the same bench will hear your SLP and automatically it will be dismissed. But there is a ray of hope in the form of a curative petition, because that will be heard by the Honorable CJI along with 2 senior most judges, and there is chance that if there is miscarriage of justice or error apparent on face of record, and really there is a good point of question of law, then it's a serious matter, then it can be taken up and you can get the relief in a curative petition. That's all, friends. Thank you.